Good morning. Welcome to First Congregational United Church of Christ. I'm Pastor Jen.
I'm Pastor Keith.
It is the second Sunday of Christmas, and we're also sort of celebrating Epiphany today. Both things, because Epiphany is in the middle of the week, so we're going to be in both spaces today. How are you?
Hey, I'm great.
How was your New Year's?
Oh, it was lovely. Amaya, my daughter, actually tried to stay up till midnight. And unfortunately, she made it all the way till midnight,
that's a
which
big
meant that
one.
I had to make it all the way to midnight.
Yeah.
And I think we're still sleep deprived ever since. So,
Yeah.
But it was good. It's
That's
great.
rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Good. Did you all have a happy New Year's? Yes. You looking forward to 2026? Is it? Yeah. Good. I have. You know what I have this morning in honor of 2026? Star words. Yeah, Star words. We're going to pass those around in just a minute. But first, let's do some announcements. If you'll turn to the back of your bulletin with us as we say welcome to those who are joining us online this morning as well. So grateful for what technology enables. The calendar for the week is here in your bulletins. There's interplay happening with Powell on Tuesday. You can see all the things happening today. We're having coffee hour in the fireplace room. Stone Soup happens at First Christian Church. This is our Sunday to cook. And if you are able to assist from 1 to 4, I think is the time frame, Pat's cell phone is in the back of the bulletin. You could give her a call or just show up. And then we have a open mic coming up in the middle of January. That's very exciting. We hope that you'll come and share your gifts. What other announcements do we have? This is your last Sunday of Christmas, so enjoy.
Yeah. The trees come down.
The trees come
Who's
down.
got your trees up in your house? Huh? Good job. Either out of celebrating the season correctly or laziness, I applaud you all the time.
Whichever it is, we like that. This is a communion service. It's a little bit different than our typical service. If you're visiting with us this morning, you'll notice. Actually, I noticed the bulletin is a little more traditional service heavy. We're singing hymns today, which we don't normally do, and Tizay, and I'm going to talk at you a little bit. So. Forget what I said about it not being typical. I think it will be pretty typical.
Yeah. And always in these services, when we sing the Tizay songs, we sing them 3 times. Just so if you're ever curious about it, it will always be 3 times.
Yeah, and bulletin still, we still can't figure that out.
We did better.
Did we do better? But all right, well, Keith is right. Okay. All right.
Well, as we center ourselves within this space this morning, we remember that our church, First Congregational UCC, is located within the traditional homelands of the Ampinafu Band of Kalapuya. Today, these living descendants of these people are part of the Confederate tribes of the Grand Ronde. We honor all the indigenous nations and their land and acknowledge the genocide and continuous displacement of indigenous people. We also acknowledge the enslaved Africans whose labor built these united, divided states. We confess the harm inflicted upon the indigenous communities, people of color, and bodies of difference across the country.
I'll just make a couple little announcements that I forgot. The first is that our childcare staff are taking some holiday time today. So the fireplace room, garden room are open for children and families, but won't be attended by a staff person today. And there is coffee in the fireplace room kitchen and in the fireplace room itself. If you need a cup of coffee to make it through the next 90 minutes, please feel free to take good care of yourself. Yeah. There is no decaf. Oh, there is decaf. It might look like decaf when it's leaded. This is so far above my pay grade. I can't even. I'm trying really hard to understand. Thanks, Ellie. Okay. If you have questions about the coffee, ask Nanette, who clearly understands. Okay. How many of you make New Year's resolutions? Does anyone do that? Some people do? Yeah, kind of. Well, a star word is kind of like a different spin on a New Year's resolution. It's a word that you, a little like a what's that? What'd you say? A fortune cookie. That's a good way to, I take it a little more seriously than I would a fortune cookie, to tell you the truth. But yes. I think it is a really helpful practice to draw a word at the beginning of the year and see how it lives in you. And so we've done this for several years now. Some of you have experienced years where you hate your word. Some of you have experienced years where you've loved your word. But my guess is that you've always had some kind of relationship with the word that has meant something to you. So you cannot cheat. There's no cheating at this. I'm going to pass this basket around, and it will take time for it to get throughout the entire congregation. You can do this. See, Keith, you can do this, but you cannot. You can't, no. No, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's what we say in my house. And then, who has a story of having drawn a word that was really powerful? What was your word? Joy. You got joy. I would say you.
I used it all year.
Yeah.
Now I throw it away.
Well, we'll see what the cards reveal this year. Okay, so you're going to have to help each other out. You're going to have to pass it between sections, make sure everyone gets one, and at some point in the service, I'll check in and make sure. I mean, we've got to get it back to the choir. We have to get it to the fireplace room. I trust that you'll be able to do this. And if you know someone who's not in church today but wants a star word, I promise that there will be many left to continue this practice with. And while the star words are passing about and we are just anchoring into our time with one another, I want to offer you a piece of poetry for the beginning of the year that I really appreciate. It may be very familiar to some of you. It's by David White, Start Close In. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in. The step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, the pale ground beneath your feet, your own way to begin the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To hear another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until that voice becomes an intimate, private ear that can really listen to another. Start right now. Take a small step you can call your own. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't mistake that other thing for your own. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Welcome to worship. Will you stand as you are able and willing? The choir, led by Abigail, will move us into our time with one another. Technical difficulties. Makes sense.
Check, check, check.
Please join me in the call to worship. Come, you who have been searching. Come, you who have listened for angels. Wailing with joy and want. This is the miraculous ordinary, life wrapped in flesh, hope taking breath, the holy made touchable, here among us. Everything that makes life sacred is already here. In this place, in these bodies, in the space between us, Emmanuel, God with us. Not elsewhere, not someday, now. We are the manger, we are the stable, we are the shelter in arms. So let us pay attention to this holy place, to all these sources of hope woven through, to the beauty and gentle, wise power, completely at home in your flesh and mine and ours. We gather to cherish what has come among us, to protect what is vulnerable, to nurture what is being born. The whole earth reaches for life and flourishing. We reach you. Amen.
Please be seated. An invocation is an invoking of the sacred presence, mostly for ourselves, just to remember. I love this. I read a story about a Catholic school, and one of the teachers said that in this school, throughout the day, there's a refrain that a teacher, a nun, or a priest will often make, and I don't know what the call is. I can't remember what the call is, but every student responds with, "Remember, we are in the holy presence of God," which is all the time. So the invocation serves not to call God to us, but to awaken us to the reality that the transcendent is always with us. Will you be with me in a spirit of prayer? Holy One who joins life in the struggle, who chose entanglement over distance, who opted for the mess and beauty and work of being with us, we invoke your presence now, though we know you have never been absent. Come among us as you came then, at the margins, among the weary, in flesh that hungers, that aches, that reaches for touch. We gather not to escape the world's chaos, but to find you in the middle of it, as close as our own breath, as deep as our longings, as intimate as the love we share. Stir wisdom from within us, slow us to the pace of your belonging. Help us to pay attention, close attention, to what is being born here, now, among us. We are ready to be turned toward each other. We are ready to take courage. Christ has come and comes again. Amen. Remember, we'll sing this piece 3 times.
As we move to our prayer of confession and assurance, we remember within this prayer that we are beloved, that still have space for transformation as the world around us does as well. Let us tell the truth about ourselves and our world. Liberating God, the joy of Christmas does not shield us from what we have done and have done. Wars still rage, hunger persists, white supremacy continues. We confess that we have betrayed one another, built walls, shunned love that didn't fit our comfort, normalized what should have made us weak. We have defended power and privilege and institution and tradition at the expense of freedom, love, liberation. We have looked for hope in distant places while it cried out at our feet. Forgive us for our distraction, our hardness, our fear. Soften what is grown rigid in us. Open what we have closed. Friends, hear the good news. God's promises are kept. God won't opt out or turn away. God won't give up when things get tough. God's witness is birthed at the margins, and God knows what is at stake. In the middle of a world swirling with chaos, something new is born, something that turns us toward each other, that keeps us dreaming of economies that don't profit from the poor, that gives us courage to disrupt the lies we've been told, that helps us stay soft even when things are so very hard. The sacred has collided with flesh, holiness incarnate. Christ has come. All flesh shall be set free. Thanks be to God. Amen.
At this time, I'll invite you to pass the peace of Christ with one another, or get a cup of coffee, or light a prayer candle, or discuss amongst yourselves your star words. We'll come back together with this singing of the Shalom. Will you stand and greet one another?
Me too. My car's a bird. I don't think I've had the bird today. But go for it.
He's happy. The title of this one gives you your first 3 lines of lyrics, of 4, so congrats, you know them. There'll be sunshine in the morning, there'll be sunshine in the morning, there'll be sunshine in the morning. Number 4, sunshine in the morning one of these days. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. Sunshine in the morning one of these days. Sing it 2 more times for me. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. Sunshine in the morning one of these days. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. There'll be sunshine in the morning. Sunshine in the morning one of these days.
The scripture readings for this Sunday are the readings from the Epiphany. Hear the words of the prophet from Isaiah 60. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For darkness shall cover the earth, and thick darkness the peoples. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will appear over you. Nations shall come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes and look around. They all gather together. They come to you. Your sons shall come from far away, and your daughters shall be carried in their nurses' arms. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you. The wealth of the nations shall come to you. A multitude of camels shall cover you, the young camels of Midian and Ephah. All those from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and frankincense and shall proclaim the praise of the Lord. May the Holy One speak to our hearts.
From Psalm 72. Give the king your justice, O God, and your righteousness to a king's son. May he judge your people with righteousness and your poor with justice. May the mountains yield prosperity for the people and the hills in righteousness. May he defend the cause of the poor of the people, give deliverance to the needy, and crush the oppressor. May he live while the sun endures, and as long as the moon, throughout all generations. May he be like rain that falls on the mown grass, like showers that water the earth. In his days, may righteousness flourish and peace abound until the moon is no more. Holy wisdom.
Hear the words of the gospel from Matthew, the 2nd chapter. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star in the east and have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people, Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the Magi and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen in the east, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then, opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road. Holy wisdom, holy word.
Hear the words of a modern witness from T.S. Eliot, Journey of the Magi. A cold coming we had of it, just the worst time of the year for a journey, and such a long journey. The ways deep and the weather sharp, the very dead of winter. And the camels galled, sore-footed, refractory, lying down in the melting snow. There were times when we regretted the summer palaces on slopes, the terraces, and the silken girls bringing sherbet. Then the camel men cursing and grumbling and running away and wanting their liquor and women, and the night fires going out and the lack of shelters. And the cities dirty and the towns unfriendly and the villages dirty and charging high prices. A hard time we had of it. At the end, we preferred to travel all night, sleeping in snatches, with the voices singing in our ears saying that this was all folly. Then at dawn, we came down to a temperate valley, wet below the snow line, smelling of vegetation, with a running stream and a watermill beating the darkness, and 3 trees on the low sky. And an old white horse galloped away in the meadow. Then we came to a tavern with vine leaves over the lintel, 6 hands at an open door, dicing for pieces of silver, and feet kicking the empty wineskins. But there was no information, and so we continued and arrived at evening not a moment too soon. Finding the place, it was, you may say, satisfactory. All this was a long time ago, I remember. And I would do it again, but set down this. Set down this. Were we led all that way for birth or death? There was a birth, certainly. We had evidence and no doubt. I had seen birth and death, but had thought they were different. This birth was hard and bitter agony for us, like death, our death. We returned to our places, these kingdoms, but no longer at ease there in the old dispensation. With an alien people clutching their gods, I should be glad of another death. I do try not to talk a lot on Communion Sundays, but right? Thanks, David. It occurs to me that churches that do not speak to current events, especially when the current events are so current, say something about who they are in their theology. And so there are Sundays when no matter what the liturgy seems to require, there is something that needs to be said so that we remember who we are and what kind of Christians we are. So this morning, as we come to the table of Holy Communion, we gather in the shadow of a massacre. The Gospel of Matthew doesn't let us move too quickly from manger to manifestation, because between the star and the gentle Magi kneeling, there is Herod. Herod, who is anxious, calculating, and asking the only question empire knows how to ask: where is the threat to my throne? The Magi told him that they had come seeking one born king of the Jews, and Herod, who was king of the Jews by Roman appointment, by violence, by collaboration, felt his throne shake. So he summoned the priests, learned that the Messiah was to be born in Bethlehem, and sent the Magi ahead as unwitting spies. Go search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring him word. Bring me word, so that I might also go and pay him homage. But the Magi are warned in a dream, as the story goes, and they slip away by another road. And when Herod realized that he had been tricked, he did what anxious power always does. He sent soldiers into Bethlehem with orders to kill every child under 2 years old. We might wish that the gospel left that part of the story out, but Matthew understood something about the world into which God chose to be born. That power built on domination cannot tolerate alternatives. It must locate them. It must eliminate them. We watched over the past couple of days as another anxious ruler sent soldiers into a sovereign nation. Rationales shifting, but the grammar unchanged. This is mine because I say it is. This is liberation because I have the power to name it so. The original sin has always been this: the desire to consume what is not ours, the refusal to recognize boundaries, the ancient lie in the garden, take it. It belongs to you, echoing through every empire that has ever claimed another people's land, another nation's oil, another country's future. And they did it in the dark. They cut the power to Caracas and moved through a blacked-out city because empire prefers darkness for this work. It cannot bear to see itself clearly. The Herods of every age shared this delusion that enough force can secure what force can never secure. That violence can answer the question power cannot stop asking: is my throne secure? But notice the Magi. They had a choice about where to place their attention. They could have been captured by Herod's urgency, conscripted into his fear. Empire is always demanding that we pay attention to its anxiety, that we orient our lives around its threats and tantrums. But the Magi refused. They kept watching the sky. Perhaps this is the only freedom we will ever really have, where we choose to place our attention. We cannot stop the Herods from raging, but we can refuse to let empire's anxiety become the fixed point around which our lives revolve. The Magi followed a star. They brought gifts to a peasant child in an occupied country, and then this detail really matters. They went home by another road. There is always another road. The table is another road. This bread, this cup, and this beloved community pledging allegiance to a kingdom not built on domination, we are creating another road. Here we practice placing our attention somewhere other than the throne's anxiety. Here we look for light, for the star. Empire does its work in darkness, but the light shines through the night. So this morning, come to the table, to the stubborn, persistent, and patient light that waits for us in spite of what's happening in the anxiety of the empires around us. In the United Church of Christ, we believe the table is open to everyone, regardless of if you're a member of this church, no church. Maybe you don't even know what's happening here in this ritual or buy into the sacrament. That's okay. We don't always know what's happening here either. We do believe at the very least you have an opportunity to place your attention somewhere else. And for us, the clergy and the communion servers, to give you our full attention in a moment of grace as we look you in the eyes, if you so choose, to remind you that you are sacred and blessed and beloved, not because of what you've done or what you haven't done, but simply because you exist. So this morning, the bread is gluten-free, except for the sourdough round, which I'll break, but we won't eat. The cups contain wine juice, and we practice communion by intinction, meaning we dip the bread into the cup before we consume it. If you want something that is allergen-free and has never been touched, I don't know that I think a machine might have touched it. Anyway, the miracle meal is here for you on the table. It doesn't have buckwheat or anything in it that the gluten-free bread might have. There are 2 stations for Holy Communion. One is here with Keith and I. The other will be over by the prayer candles. We invite you to come to the station that makes the most sense for you. And while the words are sometimes difficult to hear, because the choir is singing us through this ritual, they will be something like, "This is the bread of life, broken for your wholeness, and this is the cup of blessing." Will you join Keith and I in the communion liturgy in our bulletins?
The Holy One be with you.
And also with you.
Open your hearts to the one who is love.
We open our hearts to you, O God.
Let us give thanks to God who welcomes the stranger.
To the one who reaches across every border, we give thanks and praise.
In wonder of your expansive embrace, we give you praise, O God. Through your radical welcome, you reveal the limitations of our own imaginations. You break down walls and boundaries we don't even realize we have erected. Like the Magi guided by the light of star through foreign territory, you call us all towards you. You lead your people across borders of hate and into lands of curious and different. You strengthen us as we journey, learning and unlearning stories about one another. Gathered in your presence, we come to recognize the gifts of community, rich in diversity. Therefore, we join our voices with your people on earth and all the company of the heavens, singing praise to you, holy, holy, holy one. God of justice and love, heaven and earth are full of your wonder. Hosanna among us.
You move in mysterious ways, O God. This journey with you is filled with more questions than answers. Each time we think we have you figured out, you surprise us again, revealing yourself in new ways. In Jesus, we saw your radical welcome of strangers extended in challenging ways, ways that disrupt our traditions and unsettle our comfort zones. Jesus broke religious rules in order to include all people. He lifted up the sacredness of the people and places deemed unclean. He cared more about the well-being of the oppressed than his own reputation. Jesus taught us to rethink your presence among us, but we couldn't accept it. Resistant to transformation, we sent him to the cross. On the night of his arrest, Jesus shared a meal with his companions. He took bread, he blessed it, he broke it, and he gave it to his disciples, saying, "This bread is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me."
And after the meal, he took the cup. He blessed it, and he shared it, saying, "This cup is poured out. It is the new covenant. In remembrance of all you have done to save us, we proclaim the mystery of our faith." May the same Spirit that lifted Christ from the grave be poured out on these gifts. Make this bread and this cup be an extension of your welcome that knows no bounds. Fill us with the courage and faith to join you in the work of tearing down walls that exclude and pointing to the sacred in the margins. In collective longing for a taste of your kingdom on earth, we join together in echoing the prayer of Jesus. Our Creator, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
All things have been made ready. Come as you are willing and able. Our first movement every Sunday after we have been in meditation and reflection with one another is to move outward to the world around us and practice the art of redistribution. This month, our mission offering is for the UCC's One Great Hour of Sharing, which is a disaster relief offering that works with countries and communities around the globe that have experienced harm and works to repair. Of course, we always accept gifts for the work of our local congregation as well.
Friends, as you leave this place, may the blessing of the table reside deep within you this week as you remember that you are beloved. You are seen, you are held. Love is within and all around. Go in peace.